one of the undeniable facts about life is that we are constantly faced with a barrage of decisions to make, aren't we? I mean, that's what life feels like it mainly consists of. And I have 4 children. All of them are pretty much young adults now. But when my oldest daughter left home, one of the things I started saying to her every time I'd see her and we would part ways is make good decisions. Because as a father, I'm afraid that one little slip will result in a consequence for which she will have to deal with the rest of her life. We oftentimes play the worst case scenarios in our minds, don't we? And especially as a dad, and especially with girls. But, it's something I always said to her, make good decisions, because we always believe that whatever decisions are going to be made in our absence are going to be the big ones. We feel that way because we feel like we're always faced with really big decisions. But I want to challenge myself and you on this matter and maybe flip the script a little bit and consider whether this might actually be true or not. See, I kind of think that maybe it's not the big decisions that we make that are so life-altering, but perhaps the small ones. So the question I would pose to you to kind of, get the grindstone working is, what's a small decision that you have made that has changed your life? Now, keep in mind, I said small decision, not big one. Well, what qualifies as a small decision, you might wonder? Well, to me, it's kind of objective, right? I mean, I can't define that for you, but as I have sussed this out in my mind, I've turned it over and over, and I think this is how I would define it. Look at these beautiful houses over here. There's this dog over here. Really pretty dog. Yeah, I don't know if you can see him or not. He's not paying attention to me. He is paying attention to a dog that just passed through here on this little trail that I'm on. But anyway, so a small decision. I would say a small decision is one that doesn't require a lot of commitment. Doesn't require a lot of time. Not a big investment. Something that is attainable, right? I think that's a good enough definition of one. And we see challenges on YouTube and Instagram, don't we? Where it's start doing 10 push-ups a day and watch how it'll change your life. And 10 push-ups seems like nothing, right? For those of us who exercise, 10 push-ups seems like nothing. But to the person who doesn't exercise, it might seem like something, but it seems attainable. It's a small decision, right? Like, yeah, you could quit at any time you want to, but you think to yourself, I could do that. That's a small thing. That's a small ask, right? I think that's a good definition for a small decision, a small ask. So you get these people who say, maybe I'm going to just get out and walk around the block every day. Or I am going to read 5 pages in a book, right? 5 pages in the book. Where am I going to go? I have a decision to make here. I'd say this is maybe a small decision. A fork in the road, right? No real consequence, unless it gets dark out here. And the coyotes come looking for me, lurking in the shadows to see if I'm weak so they can devour me. I think that's going to be a problem. So anyway, getting back to my subject here. Yeah, okay. So it's these small little decisions we make that don't require a lot of time, don't require a lot of effort, but could make a difference. Might not make a difference, but could. There's the potential for it. And you know that you could walk away from it, throw it away anytime you want, and you can say, well, that was fun. That was fun. Now, you might have to think long and hard, and I would love to hear your answer. down in the comments below. Maybe you can drum up something. Or do you just feel like everything that resulted in progress in your life was the result of a big decision? See, big decisions, I mean, we do face a lot of them sometimes. Like, are we going to move? Are we going to quit our job? Are we going to get married? Are we going to get pregnant? Are we going to invest in this thing over here that there's no guarantee, but I mean, we could sustain a big loss if it doesn't go our way, and or whatever the case might be. I'm gonna lose 100 pounds by the end of the year. That's a big decision, big investment, lots of time, lots of sweat, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just something physical. It could be anything. We oftentimes get ourselves in over our heads, but I would say that the really meaningful things that have come into our lives have been a result of the small decisions. And let's face it, some of the small decisions that we've made, if they're positive, they turned into bigger ones. Here's an example from my life as I thought about this. A small decision that I made years ago, probably somewhere around 10 years ago, was I thought, you know what? I'll try my hand at YouTube. Okay? I'll try my hand at it. My kids had encouraged me. They seem to not recall this. Maybe that shouldn't surprise me. They were much younger. But you know, at the time, when they were much smaller, we would do like family devotions at night. Sit down with the Bible, or sit down with a Bible story, or maybe a story that's totally unrelated to the Bible, and bring some kind of a Bible meaning to it. And my kids loved this. They loved these stories. And they would tell me a couple times, they told me, Dad, you should do YouTube. You should do this on YouTube. And this is during the time when YouTube, you could only upload videos that were no more than 15 minutes long. Now, I don't think I started it right then. I don't know. I came in right on the cusp of when they started allowing longer videos, I think. But, yeah. I wonder if anybody's behind me. Nope. I guess not. I thought some people were coming, but maybe not. So I thought I'd try my hand. I'm not going to be any good at this. Not at all. Right? But my kids, they kind of want me to do it. The thought went through my head, maybe this will be something that could be around forever, right? I could quit at any time. I don't have to try too hard if I don't want to. I could do it whenever I want. Nobody's my boss. No one's compelling me to do it other than my children, but you know what I mean. So I said, okay, I'll try it. And I did, and I thought, this is kind of neat. It was just a small ask, of my children. It was just a very small effort on my part, and little to no time. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I said, you know what? I'll never make any money at this, and I still don't make very much money at this, to be honest with you. But so I'll never really become anything, right? So no one will ever know who I am. So I said, you know what I'll do? Here's what I'll do. I'll make 100 videos, right? I'll make 100 videos, and in time, after 100 videos are over with, I'll know whether I want to keep doing this or not, whether it's something worth pursuing or not, right? I'll just walk away. And I thought, I didn't put a time frame on it. I didn't say I'll do it by the end of the year. I didn't say I'll make a video every day, right? But I said, okay, I'll make 100 videos, and I'll let it take me as long as it does. So I did. And I just kind of moseyed through a lot of them. And, it brought me a lot of joy. It really did. Now, you might be wondering, well, do your kids watch your videos? No, I don't think they do. I don't think they watch them. I think they will one day, but they don't. I'm pretty sure they don't watch my videos. And, but that's okay. That's okay. Because you know why? Because this has brought so much meaning and purpose into my life that I had no idea it was going to. Right? It's meant something to you guys. It's helped a lot of people have told me so. And I think the videos that I'm most well known for are my beard trimming videos. But, even though I've got close to, a couple million views on one or two of them, those aren't the ones I really enjoy the most. Those aren't the ones that I'm the most proud of. The ones I'm most proud of are the ones I hardly have any views on, to be honest with you. And you might ask, well, why don't you keep making the stuff that really makes you, get you the views and potentially could make you a lot of money? Because, at some point, the money's not enough, no matter what it is. And I found out that small decision changed so much for me. And that, when I think when I make the beard videos, it does help other people, but that's kind of more about me just happened to stumble upon something that worked for me. It works for you guys too, but I was like, wow. But you know what? It doesn't really strike at the heart of who I am. And I just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it really, other than, I'm just being really upfront and honest with you guys. That these kind of videos right here are the ones that mean the most to me. And it was all, it's strictly the result of a small decision, not a big one. And you know what? I'll probably do it the rest of my life. And I've thought about this, what if they demonetized my channel? There's always that threat looming, right? And YouTube has demonetized some videos for no apparent reason. I've asked why on certain ones. I have a guess. Like, for instance, I put the word God in the title of a video and they demonetized it. And as an experiment, I repackaged it. I just put the same video up, put a different title on without the word God, and they monetized it. So what does that tell you? Okay. So YouTube can pretty much do whatever they want. So I thought, what would I do if they demonetize my channel? Would I still do this? Well, the reflex is no, I wouldn't do that, because look what they did. Look what they did for no reason, right? But then the question pops up in my mind, well, what would I do then, right? What would I do? Well, I suppose I could find something new. I could probably make another small decision about something, and it could turn into something. But here's the thing about small decisions. We never really think it's gonna blossom, because they don't all result in something meaningful, something progressive. I don't even really like that word anymore, right? But I don't, you know what I mean. Not all small decisions are turn into something great, but a lot of them do. And I really do think, when I stop and ponder it, that the small decisions are probably the biggest game changers in life, not the big ones. See, we're all expected to make big decisions. And you know what the thing about big decisions is? If you do something wrong, if you make the wrong choice, people, entities, those in authority over us are actually much more gracious to us than if we mess up on a small decision. Maybe the small decision kind of goes unnoticed, right? But the big decisions, well, I guess we could really screw up. I thought there was an animal on the road back there. That's just a fallen branch I just passed a few seconds ago. But anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on now. But when you get out here in a setting like this and you start walking and talking, and things just kind of fall out of your mouth, right? But I want to encourage you guys. Make more small decisions. Whatever you do, like, think of it doesn't have to be something you really earnestly desire, right? It doesn't have to be something that you go, I have this goal in mind. Here's where I want to go. You could do that, but make a lot of small decisions that are just fun. An idea pops into your head. Try it. Just try it. Make it attainable. Make sure it doesn't require a lot of your time. No real commitment. Tell yourself you can quit it anytime you want and just play around with it. You know? You'd be surprised at what would happen. And I hope this is what you find. Okay? And when we busy ourselves with something like this and it turns into something, it makes life very interesting, right? And it makes me grateful that I get to be a part of all of this. And I hope that you feel that way too. So leave a comment down below. Let me know of the small decision that you've made. Okay? And tell me how it's changed your life. Not the big ones. No, I don't want to hear about any big decisions. Okay? Maybe a different time, a different video. But this time, tell me about the small one. Because you know what? It may give somebody else reading the comments an idea. And they might say to themselves, you know, maybe I could do that too. And I think some of us have lost the ability to dream up small ideas because we're so busy dealing with the big things. All right, guys. I hope that's helped. I hope it's meant something to you. You know, just, you know, you don't have to get yourself in over your head. You don't have to be overwhelmed by the possibilities. Just realized the light was on the other side of me. You don't have to do that, but you can just enjoy things a little bit more, taking it easy. And ouch, man, I got a big fly. Big fly just bit my leg. I think that means it's time for me to go. What do you think? All right. These people who own horses and stuff over here. This side of the trail over here is really pretty, right? It's really pretty. I didn't show you guys a lot of that, but yeah. I like coming out here. These horses are running around, and I don't live in an area. I don't live here, right here. This is somewhere else. But all right, guys, enough of this. Tell me what you think. I'll catch you in the next one. In the meantime, be wise.